I lost my job twice.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Okay. Why am I in the forest? I've got a fake plant dangling above me.
Flip it around, wicked witch!
I am taking this special moment of New Year's Eve 2025 to post my first ever YouTube video. I don't know if it seems like I'm being over dramatic, but this is a big thing for me because, okay, I need to show you something. As proof for what I'm talking about, I have some written down checklists. Checklists? Check sheets? Tick lists? To-do lists. That when I first decided that I wanted to start an art business and a YouTube channel as well, I wrote down a list of things for me to tick off over time so that I could keep on top of everything. I think one of them I've had for over a year. This is the first very simple to-do list I made when I didn't really have much knowledge of what went into starting up an art business. So we've got create artwork, which I've ticked off, sample printed products, creating prints of my art, website, I've now made my website, and the last star that hasn't been coloured in yet is YouTube video. I think I wrote this in midway through 2024, something like that.
This is like the bigger to-do list across 2 post-it notes when I found out a little bit more about all of the different tasks that I would need to complete.
Is that it? Potential risk because they're overweight. It's class.
Is that it?
Hey guys, how are you doing? I apologise for the hoodie. My hair is an absolute greasy hedgehog mess. This is a New Year's Day vlog. It feels like the appropriate vlog to be reflective and to yap. I've even put on the black and white photo booth filter just to really get into that deep, reflective, looking back, looking forwards mindset. The first question, what was your favourite part of 2025? Okay, I'm gonna be honest, 2025 was a yeah. I can still find some things that were positive. For example, I would say my favourite part of 2025 was setting up Otajota. Am I gonna sound a bit cringy here? Probably. Was I expecting it to take the whole of 2025? No. But sometimes the prize is in the process, right? Is that a phrase? The prize is in the pudding?
No, wait, it's not the journey. Wait, it's not the destination, it's the journey of the ride.
I don't know, you know what I'm trying to say, some deep quote that makes sense to say in this situation. I'm kind of grateful for the fact that it took up the whole of 2025 because it gave me something to focus on. You know, if I was having difficult days at work, I would just come back home to work on a little bit more of setting up my art business. It gave me a sense of structure when I lost my job. Yeah. And I'm just looking forward to continuing with it, you know? Okay, question 2. What was my least favorite thing about 2025? Ooh, where do I start? I lost my job twice. My anxiety probably got worse than it's ever been, or equal to the level of anxiety that I had when I was back in high school. Pretty much became housebound towards the end of the year. Struggling to go outside because I would have an anxiety attack every time I left the house. I had to come off hormones. I experienced some health issues this year. Yeah, it's just not been my year. It's like a blessing and a curse, right? If 2025 wasn't so difficult, I probably wouldn't have set up Otajota that year. It was the difficult moments in 2025 that were the motivation and the final push that was making me get out of the procrastination phase and to actually work on something that gave me happiness, stability, joy, something where I could work to my own schedule. So yeah, it's a weird year, right? It's a weird year. That kind of leads me on to the third question. Wicked Witch. Which is, what was I saying? The third question is, what are my goals and resolutions for 2026? I would say, number 1, staying consistent with posting and maintaining my art business and putting out new products. I would say my second New Year's resolution is to let go of control. That doesn't mean I'm a control freak.
Oh my god.
That doesn't mean I'm a control freak. I just mean in relation to the anxiety. A lot of anxiety is about wanting control, wanting to know what's happening, needing to know the answers to things, even if it's impossible to do that in that moment. In order to get better with anxiety, I don't need more control or more answers. I just need to allow myself to be okay with the unknown. I guess kind of related to that, my third goal would be to practice positivity and having a positive mindset on things. You know, there's always a positive way to look at everything, and instead of being skeptical of that or judging myself for that, I'm just gonna lean into the positivity this year, especially if it's something that scares me. Maybe I need to go outside to do something that makes me really nervous. Instead of focusing on all the reasons why that thing could go wrong, I could focus on the reasons why I want to do that thing, why it could go well. And then a fourth, an extra thing, if I can include one, would be to get more involved with music. I would love to be able to learn how to produce music. I actually think that's been my New Year's resolution for 10 years now. And every single year I've never quite had the time or the money or the motivation to do that thing. I don't know. I don't know if it'll happen this year. A fifth resolution? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna finish yapping soon. Get a job. It's a mix. 2026. BTS is having a comeback. Like, we can't be moping around in negativity and anxiety when the kings themselves are back together and releasing new music.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad!
Let's go to the beach. Each, let's go get away.
Good morning. I thought I would take this moment to show you guys my new morning routine. This is something that I started doing in the new year, which is all inspired by a tarot card reading, actually. And those tarot cards were like, you need to get out of your head and listen to your feelings more. If anyone else can relate to that or has a hard time connecting with their feelings without intellectualizing them, maybe this routine might inspire you. Okay, I need a pen. I'm using a Meagles gratitude journal, but it doesn't really matter what book you use. It can literally just be a plain notepad. The first thing that I do is take 5 deep breaths, and I make sure that my feet are touching the ground as I'm doing this. That just really helps to slow you down a bit so that you can listen to your body and your feelings. So the first thing that I do is I write down, today I need. An example for what I might write down is, let's say I wake up in the morning and I notice that I feel really tense or I have too much nervous energy. Then without over explaining it, I would just write, today I need calm.
Oh my god, what is that?
Right? So the point is, you're not writing for ages, you're not going inwards, you're just listening to your feelings, stating the obvious, and then writing it down. Then the next one is, today feels. Again, if I wake up in the morning feeling nervous, then I would just write, today feels nervous. Everything in my head is going too quickly. I feel jittery. Today feels scary. Today feels irritable. You could even say that if you feel like you wake up in a bit of a funk. And then the third and last question is, today I will. And you just set one goal, one simple thing to focus on that helps with the feelings that you've written down previously. And I might say, consciously make sure that I'm doing deep, slow breaths for most of the day. If I'm feeling angsty or irritable or I wake up in a bad mood, then maybe I'll say, okay, today I will react more slowly to things. Just take a couple seconds to assess the situation. The point is, do not overwrite. Do not be writing in here for hours. Just write one sentence or two and just make one goal for that day. All of that just really helps you to connect with your senses, listen to what your body needs before you plow through the day. When I first started this, I was a little bit skeptical. Self-help, positivity, things like that. They're all so important, but I have a hard time engaging with that stuff sometimes because whenever I'm doing self-help, it always just doesn't feel natural. My head is fighting with what I'm doing. Like, is this valid? Is this real? Is this like too whimsical? Like, I need to be focused on reality, but this is reality. I have pushed myself to do this every morning of 2026, and I actually have been feeling the benefits as a little bit of a workaholic. I do often start each day with, okay, what's my to-do list? What do I need to get done today? My happiness depends on how productive I am. But, you know, I think we can all see how that can be a little bit toxic. You can't just ignore feelings. Like, if you wake up feeling irritable, if you wake up feeling nervous, that will affect your ability to be productive. It's been helping me more than I thought it would. I'm a big fan of symmetry, but I don't think symmetry is gonna work because I don't have, surprisingly, being the hoarder that I am, I don't have a lot of things to put on this key shelf. Some might say this is a Christmas decoration, but I keep this guy up all year round. He's got a little mustache. Pine cones. Bouquet of dried flowers. This is so cute. This is a little booklet that my grandma made for me a really long time ago. I'm sure many of you know who those guys are. But it opens up. This is the coolest thing. Are you ready? Oh my gosh, I've opened it wrong. Oh my goodness. If you can dream it, you can do it. I feel like I need something that looks like a tree. I loved my light up tree ornament, but I do have to save that for Christmas because it's like a snowy tree. I think that's okay for now. It's new, it's fresh, it's calm, it has a calming vibe. I'm just rolling this up.
Maybe for you there's a tomorrow. Maybe for you